everyone, welcome to my channel. I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page that you can visit for personal email readings. And I also have some art on there as well if you want to check that out. But tonight I'm going to be doing a short review and providing some commentary for my first miniature tarot deck. It's the Tarot of Marseilles by Scarabeo. And it's just it's very cute, it's very small, and it comes with a little white book here. As you can see, it's pretty basic, pretty thin, and yeah, just what you would typically expect from a little white book or LWB. And then here are the cards. So they're very small. Like if you can just like see I mean, I have really small hands, but yeah, they're small for tarot cards. They're about, I think if you position them like this horizontally. Oh, there's my cat, by the way. Hello. That if you position them horizontally, they're about half the size of a regular deck. I mean, a regular tarot card. So very mini, very, very cute. And the back looks like this. Very good cardstock, I would say. Nicely shiny and pretty sturdy as well. And here's the back. It's just like gold and red. It looks like leaves, sort of embroidery type art. So let's get started. I'm just going to flip through and give some commentary based on my thoughts. So yeah, this is Strength. Very, very traditional depiction. Has that little Marseille sort of flair to it. Yeah, and it also has all these different languages. I believe it's English, Spanish, Italian, I think that's Dutch, and maybe German. And then here we have the Lovers. We have the Knight of Swords. And I really like that it's pretty saturated in the color, but it's not so much that it like is cloying in any way, cloying to the eyes. To me, it's just right. I like the colors, the color scheme that's used. The Empress. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. She has a really some interesting features. I don't think I've ever seen a Queen of Pentacles with this kind of look, really. I mean, she's usually kind of more, I don't know how to explain it. Just like like a softer look, but that's kind of interesting. Next, we have the Five of Cups. So with these, I'm just going to move on pretty quickly because they're all pretty uniform. The pip cards. Here we have the Magician. Very classic. Very, very classic. We have the Sun. Very classic as well. Sometimes I kind of just like classic things, you know, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mentality. I mean, sometimes I love progressive tarot decks, progressive art, but I also sometimes just really like the sort of traditional aspects of a card as well, or of a deck. So here's the Moon, very, very traditional. Next, we've got the Knight of Wands. Oh, excuse me. We have the Knave of Wands. So the Knight is on a horse, the Knave is on foot. We have the Three of Coins, the Three of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. And if you haven't noticed by now, it's definitely not in order because I've used them already numerous times. So here's the Knight of Chalices or the Knight of Cups. Once again on a horse as a knight. And then here we have the Five of Coins. We have the Devil. I always look at the Devil card in every deck just to kind of see. You can see like the style of the deck. in the art. This one is pretty traditional looking, I would say. This one has crescent moons on his chest. I haven't really seen that. That's interesting. Okay, the Hanged Man. Very approachable looking. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Chalices, or the King of Cups. We have the Emperor. This is very, very traditional. We have the Six of Swords. And as you can see, there's Roman numerals on the sides right there. Makes it slightly easier. And this is the introductory deck. The introductory card, Tarot of Marseilles by Scarabeo. And I believe that's the Emperor on that card. Next, we've got the Queen of Swords. Oh, kind of getting grainy there. Hold on. Let's just see if it will focus. Come on, focus. Oh, there we go. I think it was just too close, maybe. So we've got the Queen of Swords. We have the Hermit. Very classic depiction of the Hermit. We have the World. Once again, very classic. We have the Queen of Wands. We have next the Eight of Wands. I love how symmetrical the Eight of Wands always is. Very symmetrical. Things are moving very fast. So now we have the Four of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. The Knave of Chalices, once again on foot. We have the Seven of Wands. Something, I don't know, I love symmetry. Just looking at the wands, the whole Pip series of wands in general just makes me feel good. I'm just a fan of symmetry. So there you go. So we have the Wheel. We have, or the Wheel of Fortune. And then here we have I'm counting them, the Eight of Cups. So yeah, some of them don't have the Roman numerals on the side. So take some counting. We have the Queen of Chalices, the Queen of Cups. We have the Knave of Pentacles, once again on foot. Knaves are all on foot. Then we have the Five of Swords. Ooh, kind of a scary card, but there it is. Then we've got the Knave of Swords. We have the Six of Coins, like Six of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands. We've got the the Four of Wands. A very happy meaning there, Four of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. Ooh, just looking at it just screams burden. As symmetrical as it is, it's just a lot going on. Like, when I look at it, it's, even if it's, Marseille, sometimes when I do look at the images, it does kind of portray what they mean sometimes. Well, in my opinion. So here we have Three of Wands. Completely different meaning. We have the Three of Cups. And yeah, when I look at this, I do see kind of like community. It's just community woven together in some way, like growth. I don't know, that's what I see, but we all see different things in these cards. So here's the Knight of Pentacles. Once again on a horse. like all the knights. We have the Ace of Swords. I really like this. There's some kind of balance in this too. But, you know, also strength, balance and strength. I really like that. Next we have, okay, here we go. We're counting again. 10 of coins. And knowing the meaning, I mean, now I can kind of connect the image to the meaning. Here's the 7 of cups. Yeah, something about the way that these pip symbols are arranged in the cards, I mean, they kind of make sense. King of Wands. We've got the 9 of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands. And yeah, looking at this, I do kind of see, it does kind of say victory. I mean, maybe I'm just imagining this, but when I look at this, I do kind of see an image of victory for some reason. Maybe because there's like a flower on top or something, like, you know, flower on top, coming out on top, victory. Justice. She has a very interesting expression on her face. I don't think I've ever seen Justice depicted with that facial expression, but I'm all about variety, so it's all good. Next we have the 8 of coins, or the 8 of pentacles. We have the 2 of swords. We have the 8 of swords. We've got death. So this is another card I like to look at. But this is a very traditional, very classic depiction of death. So, you know, nothing too intimidating there. Sometimes it can be, but in this case it's not. And then we have the 7 of coins. We've got, oh, the Ace of coins. I've always liked the Ace of coins. And in this case, yeah, nice and clear, pretty colors. You know, there's really nothing to not like about Marseille decks, in my opinion. I mean, besides being, yes, a little bit less intuitive. I personally really like them because it's kind of, you know, more like a puzzle that you figure out. So here we have the Fool, pretty traditional looking, I would say. Kind of funny as well. Next we have the High Priestess. She has a book in her hands. We have the Tower, very classic depiction of the Tower. We have the Star, in this case, also very classic, very Aquarian energy. Next, we have the 3 of Swords. We have, I think this is another introductory card, Tarot of Marseille, Scarabeo. We have Temperance. So a second introductory card that comes in the beginning of the deck. We have the 2 of Cups. I always love this, 2 of Cups. And in this case, it's just beautiful. I mean, there's quite a lot of detail on the bottom as well. CB. Yes, very visually pleasing. Next, we have the 9 of Cups. This is also me liking symmetry. It's also kind of nice to look at as well. And the meaning is gorgeous as well, just like the image for both of these cards. Next, we have the 10 of Cups. Yeah, there's a big cup, I think, pouring something into the rest of the cups. Next, we have Temperance, which we just saw on that introductory card earlier. Oops, excuse me. Next, we have the Hierophant. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords. We've got the 5 of Wands. I don't really see conflict when I look at this, but Maybe I can see it a little bit. Next we have the 10 of Swords. Ooh. Very heavy meaning. Next we have the 9 of Swords. Also quite heavy energy there. We have the Ace of Wands. Happy. Look at this. There's like grapes or some kind of fruit. I just love ace cards. They're just exciting. Next we have the, ooh, another ace. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Ooh, I also love looking at the Ace of Cups just to kind of see like the style. I mean, that's kind of how I look at the style of each deck, is the ace, the devil, and in some cases death. But really the devil and like most ace cards, I feel like really show the art of like the style of the card. King of Swords. He definitely looks less stern than most King of Swords. I kind of like that. I feel like swords people are kind of misunderstood, you know? We have the Chariot. Very traditional. He looks a little bit sleepy, tired maybe, but that could just be like the lines, maybe. Lines are a bit rough. But that's another thing I like about Marseille. It's kind of, you know, it's supposed to be kind of clunky. Not clunky, what is it? Heavy-handed, like the lines, the art. Little, yeah. It's supposed to be that way. Next we have Judgment. Looks pretty happy compared to some Judgment cards, so that's cool. Oh, well, this is just happening. Okay, yeah, that's happened. I'm just gonna leave that in a big pile over there. Sorry. Okay, next we have the 9 of Coins. Very happy meaning. Last card we have one of my favorites. We have the 2 of Coins. And in this case, obviously with most 2 of coins cards symbolizing partnerships of different kinds. This one says Edizioni d'arte lo Scarabeo Torino. So I'm guessing that means something about an edition, art edition by Lo Scarabeo, I don't know, Torino, originating in Torino, 1987. Yeah, I probably butchered that, and I do not speak Italian, so do not judge me. But if anyone knows the actual meaning, I mean, you're welcome to provide us with that, because I don't have Google Translate with me right now. Okay, so that was the review. Yes, it's kind of a messy pile that kind of formed, but you know, whatever, moving on. So once again, this is a short review of the miniature Tarot of Marseille by Lo Scarabeo. Getting so tongue-tied right now. Very, very miniature size. And once again, the size, just to remind you, if you take it vertically like this, I think this is actually approximately the size of a full tarot card, like an actual like non-miniature tarot card. It's like this, but a little bit skinnier, so you can see the difference in size. Well, there you go. There you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. And I just want to remind you again that I have an Etsy page where you can get personal readings from me if you want. Link to my Etsy page is in my description boxes and other videos, and also in my about me page as well. And also there's some art in there if you're so inclined to check it out. I encourage you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope everyone's staying safe during this time, during this epidemic. And I hope this could cheer you up a little bit. So have a good night.